I'm Ben Stubbs, your flamenco guitar teacher, and welcome to this lesson for the flamenco guitar. Has it been a while since you've picked up the guitar? Maybe a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, months, maybe a decade, and now you're just coming back to it? Cool. This is the lesson for you. You want to stay tuned because I'm going to show you what you need to do to get back into the groove of things when you've been away from the guitar for a while. So, without waiting any longer, let's get started. Vámonos. One of the most common frustrations that we experience as guitarists, coming back to it if we put it down for a while, is that our hands and our brains, they kind of get a little bit off sync, right? Either the hand has maybe lost a little bit of its strength, but that coordination between the hand and the brain as far as being able to know how hard you're supposed to squeeze a chord or a note, right? To get the sound right, so you avoid this kind of buzzing, right? That could be really annoying. So let's just say, for example, you've got an A minor chord, but let's say it sounds like this. Good, 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 not good, dud, buzz. When you have something like this, that sounds really bad. The notes are coming through. Here's the thing that's going to solve that whole problem. It's not a matter of you not squeezing hard enough. You only need to squeeze like this, a targeted squeeze from the fingertip to the thumb, right? The rest of it, yes, you'll press down a little bit like this, but the majority of the tension and the squeeze doesn't come from the hand. It doesn't come from this theminarum eminence, this muscle right here in the thumb. What it comes from is the leverage that you bring with your elbow. So here's what you're going to do. Take a look at your elbow. It's going to tell you everything. If your elbow is touching your rib cage, that's the wrong place for it to be. So step number one, take away the elbow from the rib cage. Detach it, right? It's not supposed to be there. Give yourself some playing room. Next, bring back that elbow. So what's that going to do? What that's going to do is it's going to take your existing bar chord that you have. By pulling it down, it's going to create that leverage right here in the area that you need it. Let's take a closer look at what I'm really doing here and what you're going to do. You're going to hold down the bar chord like this. There's a little bit of elevation right here. That means your elbow is not far back enough. So you're going to bring it back like this, and it creates that leverage that you need without having to squeeze. See, that's the thing. We think that we've got to squeeze really hard. That's not always the case, especially on full bar chords. What that is that you just need to hold the elbow back, pull it back to get that leverage. And like I said, if you've got arthritis, squeezing any harder is not going to solve the problem. It's going to make your hand pain worse. And that's a problem that we have when we're coming back to the flamenco guitar, is that we think that we've got to squeeze harder, but not necessarily. We just got to improve our posture and use leverage to get those notes nice and clean. So let's try it again. Before, and then after, just by moving the elbow back a little bit, just a little bit. That's all it took. So now you try it. Once again, hold that A minor chord, check your elbow, detach it from the rib cage, and then play your bass strings, all the strings. If they're not coming through, now go ahead and bring back that elbow. If you're still having that buzz, just start off with the process again. Take your hands off of the frets and take a look at where they are. If your index finger is crossing over too much this way, or maybe this way, and it's not in the center of the fret, that could be another problem too. If you're experiencing the buzzing still, what you want to do is take your hand away, shake it out real quick, give it a rest, come back to it again, and go through the same steps. Check your elbow, make sure it's away, and also, now that you've changed that, and you've made your grip now, make sure that your index finger is making the cejilla, the bar chord, right down the center. So it's not crossing over like this and intersecting with the fret itself. That's not good. Neither if it's intersecting with the fret here on this side. Okay? You want to make sure that it's straight along, running parallel, more or less, with the frets. So it's in the center. And that should solve that. Now this whole kind of thing can change as you go down the neck. Now we're going to take the same bar chord, the F major. It's a bit of a different experience, right? You might find that the top note, the E note, is the one that buzzes, while the other ones you can get a little bit better. When you're holding the F chord, you want to do the same process. Obviously, if the elbow's here, you've got a problem. So allow that elbow to relax, bring it back, and that will solve it, right? But another thing too, it goes a little bit further. When you're holding the bar chord, as you were here on the A, because the strings are very close now, they're very much closer to the fret itself. The action's lower here at the F portion of the first fret. So you want to take that finger, create the leverage like this, bringing the elbow back, and also flatten it more than you did at the A chord, right? Flatten it down like this so that this part right here, for most people's fingers, this is going to be around the G string right there. And there's a little crevice of the finger that it's going to hide in. So you're going to have to press down like that to make sure that that G string is intersecting or pressing down with the first fret of the G string. Then there's the whole experience of actually playing something and maintaining that same posture and the same leverage. So what we want to do is we want to put ourselves up to a challenge. So first we'll do our strumming. If you feel like you need some support, when you're playing A minor, you can always take this second finger and press down on the first finger. And that will give you a little bit more strength to go on. You lose that once you go down to the next chord in our progression, G. And then next is F major. Now we're going to start off with the basic chord progression of flamenco music, which is the Andalusian Cadence. It's within a Phrygian mode, don't worry about that. But within that mode, the intervals are going to be like this: 4, 3, 2, 1. The 4 right here is going to start on A, next on G, 3rd fret, 2 on the 1st fret, and 1 open E like that. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. Those are the bass notes. Now we're going to do our chords. First is A minor. And the next one's going to be a G major. Next one's going to be an F major. And the next one is going to be our bass chord, the E major. A little tip here too on bar chords. If you need it, and if you feel like you're getting a little bit of hand strain, especially, like I said, if you have arthritis, you can use this trick using your middle finger, pressing it on top, overlapping with the first finger, pushing it down to give you some extra strength, so you don't have to push quite as much. But remember, as long as you use that elbow as the leverage for your treble strings, it'll be just fine. So A minor once again, G, F, and E. So what I want you to do is strum those down. This is really important, is to strum the notes like that, one by one with your thumb. Make sure that your thumbnail is nice and filed. If you've got it grown out, so it doesn't sound like this, like just flesh, you want to have some nail to give that growl. Once again, this is for people that are coming back to the guitar for quite a while. One more time, A minor, G major, strumming one at a time. If you're still getting that buzzing, remember, repeat the process. What was that? Once again, make sure the elbow is off the rib cage, bring it out, bring it in, make sure that your finger is aligned with the frets and not zigzag over and over again. Do this over and over again. Make sure you give your hand some ample time to rest, and then come back to it again. I recommend when you practice, do distributive practice, practicing one time throughout the day for a short duration, maybe 10 minutes, and then another time, maybe before bed or maybe at lunchtime. As long as you're practicing these things consistently throughout the day, it's going to trickle out through the week. And before you know it, you're not going to have those times where you've taken long hiatuses away from the flamenco guitar. And by the way, if you are a guitarist from a different style other than flamenco, jazz, classical, rock, metal, whatever the case may be for you, or have been trying to dabble in the world of flamenco guitar for quite a while and are frustrated along the process and you don't really know where to start, then I highly suggest that you book a call with me by clicking on the link in the description below. Let's get started you on your journey right away. And for our next exercise, we're going to do something that's going to draw your attention away from your left hand onto your right hand. So this is where the brain-hand coordination thing comes into play. So you're going to find that when you're paying attention to the right hand strumming patterns, remember to go through those steps, taking your elbow from the rib cage, relax it, bring it back, make sure that the finger's aligned, and then pay attention to your right hand. There's a lot going on, and you might even break a sweat. So keep a nice glass of ice cold water or whiskey by your side. The first strumming pattern is going to be downward thumb, just like we did before. Make sure you get into those bass notes first. Each note is rested upon the other string like that. Next one is strumming down using these two fingers, M and A. Just like that. It's going to be one stroke. So after the thumb, M, A. Then after that, just I. We want to make those notes kind of sound the same, like you're doing two downstrokes with a pick or something, right? So instead of doing 2 strokes like this, you're doing 2 strokes without having to recoil the hand. A little trick that makes flamenco guitar technique different from all the other techniques. Once again, downward thumb, M, A, I, down. So you have all downward movements, down thumb, down M, A, down I. And again, with the timing, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Again, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Got it? And we'll do the same thing, taking it down with bar chord like this. Maintain the same attention with the grip and the leverage, right? Coming back to the right hand, downward thumb, down and great. Coming down now to the F chord. E major chord. Bye-bye bar chord. Now, this time we're going to do a little bit of variations that are going to incorporate the removal of our 4th finger. First A minor, 4 and G, remove the pinky, like that. Put the pinky back in its place again. Now take it off. Now E major. Now put the pinky onto the F note, the 3rd fret of the D string for an E added flat 9. This whole time, retain a relaxed shoulder. Record yourself at the end of your very first practice session of this exercise. And after 2 weeks, record yourself at the very end of your very last exercise. And you're going to notice a huge difference. If you're not practicing in tandem with somebody else, a sibling or a friend, then you don't have anybody to compare yourself to but yourself. So you want to make sure that you're keeping track using a practice log and recording yourself from beginning to end, so you have something to go by and you can get objective feedback from where you're really at. So if you got something out of this video, go ahead and do us a favor and like this video, subscribe, and share with a friend. And if you're coming back to the flamenco guitar from a long hiatus, you want to learn the technique correctly so don't waste any more time on it, then go ahead and click on the link below and book a call directly with me so we can figure out where you're at and where you want to go and see how I can help you out. Also too, you can get my free arpeggio course that will help you with getting set up with the flamenco guitar with the proper technique, posture, and your default playing position as well. If you need the tablature and practice tracks for this lesson or any of the lessons on this channel, you can get those in our school community, and the link for that is in the description, or you can just go to flamencoguitarclub.com to get those. And a special shout out to our supporters that make this channel possible. Your names are here on the right hand side. We'll see you later. Take care.